Hello, Jawaafians. Welcome back to our channel. As you know, I'm Steven. So, first, let me start off with the topic of sentence structure. Now, there are a lot of consultancies, big brands located in Putalishadak, Park Bazaar, and some of the videos are trending and becoming viral where they're teaching you sentence structure and they're asking students how many types of sentences are there in the IELTS writing. And the very standard reply is coming three types of sentences. Well, I'm here to tell you that's wrong. They're not three type of sentences, they're four type of sentences in the IELTS writing as well as overall English as well. They're namely simple, compound, complex, and compound complex. And I'm here to teach you the difference between all of them and how useful are they going to be in your writing task. Now, in the writing band descriptors as well as the speaking band descriptors, one of the key band descriptors says the structure of the sentence, how many compound sentences were used, how many complex structures were used, and this is why this is so essential today for you to learn. Now, I don't want to take any names of these consultancies, but I guess you know who they are, and I'm here to help you learn the correct way of writing and the correct sentence structures. Now, in the very beginning, like I said, the four types of sentences. One is the simple, one is the compound, one is the complex, and one is the compound complex sentence, right? Now, the basic elements of every sentence is you have a subject and what the sentence is about, which we call the predicate. So, subject means who the sentence is about, and predicate is what the sentence is about. So, having said that, a very simple sentence is Mary plays tennis. In this case, what is she doing? She's playing tennis. So, in this case, we have the subject, which is Mary, and the predicate, what the sentence is about, which is she's playing tennis. Now, in a simple sentence, we always have one subject and one predicate. Okay, now please don't get confused between this. Now, sometimes a simple sentence can even have a compound subject, which means more than one subject, and a compound predicate, that means more than two predicates in this case. Like, I'll give you an example of a simple sentence. Observe how simple sentences are constructed. So, in this case, we went to San Juan yesterday. In this case, the pronoun we, the verb went, and the prepositional phrase to San Juan, in this case, being the complete predicate. Now, coming to the basic structure of a sentence, of a simple sentence, we have Mary, which is one subject, and predicate, which is one predicate, which is she's playing tennis. In this case, we have a simple sentence with compound subjects. That means two subjects, Tom and Mary, play tennis, which means a simple predicate. In this case, we have two subjects, which is the compound subject, and plays tennis and swims, which is a compound predicate. That means two more things being done in a sentence. So this is about two subjects and two predicates in a sentence. Now, I know this is going to be slightly confusing in the sense because you can see and over here. And in this case, is not linking two ideas or two sentences. It is basically linking two subjects, saying that there's more than one subject present in a sentence and more than one predicate in a sentence. So please don't get confused between a simple sentence and a compound sentence. Okay, guys? Now, simple sentence with a compound subject, Tom and Mary play tennis. In this case, there's two subjects doing one thing. That means they're playing tennis. And in this case, we have a simple sentence with a compound subject and a compound predicate, which means two subjects doing two things simultaneously. Tom and Mary play tennis and swim. So that means it's still a simple sentence because the ideas are not being separated. It's just two subjects being separated and two predicates being separated in this case. Now, in the case of a compound sentence, basically, if we look at the definition of a compound sentence has more than one part that can stand alone. That means the independent clause. That means it has two independent clauses in this case. Independent clauses are connected by coordinating conjunctions, adverbs, or semicolons. Now, most of the time, people will teach you that they will only be joined by a coordinating conjunction. However, I'm here to tell you that's wrong. They can also be connected with a conjunctive adverb and semicolons as well. Now, if you stick along till the end of the video, you will know the different types of sentence structures used in English. So please do stick to the entire video and see, because it's going to help you. I'm here to tell you what's right and what's the incorrect practice in the market and how people are marketing themselves saying that they're right, but trust me when I tell you this. You can even Google it if you're confused about this thing, and it'll give you the same structure as well. Now, in this case, a compound sentence, we went to San Juan, and now if you notice the conjunction and over here, now it's not separating two subjects in this case, it is separating two ideas in this case. Most of us danced all night. To understand this better, you can see over here, same sentence, we went to San Juan, and most of us danced all night. So in this case, we being the subject, most of us being another subject, verb went, danced, another verb over here, and in this case, the predicate, which is to San Juan, or the prepositional phrase, and all night being additional information. Now, if you notice over here, the conjunction that we've used is a coordinating conjunction. Now, a simple way to remember coordinating conjunctions is fanboys, FANBOYS. Now, fanboys basically stands for F for, A for and, N for nor, B for but, O for or, Y for yet, and S for so. So if you see these anywhere in a sentence coming in between, you know that this is a compound sentence, and the structure, you could basically recognize it by identifying this. Now, having said that, compound sentences, to simplify it even further for you, you can see that there's one subject, one predicate, separated by a coordinating conjunction. In this case, we're using and, with another subject and another predicate. Now, in this case, if you notice, Tom swims and Mary play tennis. They're joining two sentences together, or two ideas together, with the help of a coordinating conjunction in this case. Now, like I said, easier way to remember coordinating conjunctions is fanboys. We generally use them in coordinating in compound sentences. Okay, so these coordinating conjunctions are used in compound sentences mostly. So please don't forget this. This is a good way to remember coordinating conjunctions by using the fanboys method. Now, compound sentences with a coordinating conjunction. Now, in this case, it says independent clause, Tom swims and Mary plays tennis. Now, if you notice over here, the conjunction that we used is and right before that, we've used the comma. So in this case, it's not just a sentence structure topic that I'm covering. You can even see that it's also covering punctuation as well, right? So the right way to use coordinating conjunction is by using a comma before it when you're joining two sentences together. Now, notice the comma before and in a compound sentence. So whenever you use a coordinating conjunction in a compound sentence, we always use the comma before it, the punctuation. Now, compound sentences with conjunctive adverbs. Now, if you look at adverbs in general, adverbs generally have an ly at the end of it. So I'd say 98% of them have an adverb ending with an ly. You can identify it easily. But in this case, we have conjunctive adverbs, which separate ideas and separate sentences together from each other by using these words: moreover, however, otherwise, therefore. These can also be used to make compound sentences. Now, I'll teach you how to do them. Conjunctive adverbs are also called floating adverbs. The reason why they're called floating adverbs is because they can come before, in the middle, or at the end of a sentence. So that's the reason why we call them floating. Floating means anywhere in between. Now, in this case, you can see I've used a sentence with the conjunctive adverb. In this case, it says Bob is handsome, semicolon, moreover, comma, he is rich. So there are two independent clauses in this, two separate sentences. Bob is handsome, he is rich, separated by a conjunctive adverb in this case. Now, note the semicolon before the conjunctive adverb and the comma after the conjunctive adverb in the sentence. This is in the case where it comes in the middle of a sentence. Okay, guys, so do remember this in the following slides. Now, conjunctive adverbs are also called floating adverbs because they can be positioned at the beginning, in the middle, or at the end of a sentence. I know it gets a slightly complex structure over here. It gets slightly confusing, but stick around till the end. It'll make a little more sense to you. अलिकति तपाईको एकदम बुझ्न सजिलो हुन्छ. Okay, now please stick around till the end if you like the topic. Okay, if you're looking for more topics like this, एकदम मेसेजमा कमेन्ट गर्नु कि कस्तो खालको तपाईको टपिक्स चाहियो, उसको हिसाबसे म कन्टेन्ट रेडी गरिदिन्छु. Okay, so please do comment and let us know what you're looking for. Now, conjunctive adverbs at the beginning of a sentence, in the middle of a sentence, and at the end of a sentence, this is just for you to understand the concept of how it is used. कसरी यसको इस्तेमाल गर्छ तपाईको राइटिङमा, स्पिकिङमा कसरी यसको हेल्प गर्छ तपाईको स्कोर्स राम्रो गर्नको लागि. Okay, now in this case it says Bob is handsome. In this case you can see it's in the middle. Bob is handsome. He is moreover rich. In this case again it's in the middle. Now in this case Bob is handsome. He is rich, comma, moreover. Now if you notice over here, I've used a semicolon before the moreover because I've linked the two sentences because it's related to each other. The idea is related to this. Okay, so that's the reason I've used a semicolon to separate the two ideas and moreover at the end of a sentence. Now, how do we use semicolons? Now, semicolons, if the related relationship between the ideas, not the sentences, the ideas, expressed in the main clauses is very close and obvious without a conjunction, you can separate them, these clauses, with the help of a semicolon. Now, I know my Nepali is not that great, but I'm still trying to reach out to all of you. So do let me know if you have any problems understanding English. I can also try to do the videos in Nepali for you guys. But I'm going to be very, very open about it. It's not going to be that great because my Nepali communication is still under work. It's under construction, and I'm still have a long way to go there. Now, compound sentences, the use of a semicolon to separate the two ideas. In this case, you can see Tom has benefited from his exercise program. He is slim and energetic. Now, if you see, why is Tom slim and energetic? Because he has benefited from the exercise program. So in this case, you can see the relationship between the two ideas are very close to each other. Hence, we've used a semicolon to separate these two sentences instead of using a conjunction in this case. Now, the thing of a complex sentence. Now, this is as we go higher and higher and higher, you will see that it gets a little tricky to understand how do we use this concept. Now, I'm here to make it easy for you. एकदम सजिलो बनाउनको कोसिस गरिरहेको छु म तो अगर तपाईको कोही पनि कुरा बुझिरहेको छैन एकदम मेसेजमा छोडिदिनु we'll try to reply as soon as possible to them and try to create more content based on your understanding, guys. Now, complex structure. Now, a complex sentence has at least two parts, one that can stand alone and one that is cannot. So in this case, there's one independent clause and one dependent clause. That means it has to be related to each other in this case. The part that cannot stand alone is linked to the rest of the sentences by a subordinating conjunction. Now, coordinating conjunction को कुरा गरेको थियो तपाईको coordinating conjunctions fanboys थियो FANBOYS अर्को स्लाइडमा हेरेको थियो for and nor but or yet so यो तपाईको coordinating conjunctions थियो यसमा और उसको बाहेक जति भी conjunctions छ because after since यो सबै तपाईको subordinating conjunctions मा आउँछ. Now, a complex sentence, in this case, you can see, since my girlfriend and I wanted to have fun, we went to San Juan yesterday. Isma, related ke थियो? I wanted to have fun. So what did I do? We went to San Juan yesterday. Isma, एउटा independent clause छ और अर्को कुरा तपाईको dependent clause थियो. Now, उसको अलिकति और बुझाउनको लागि I've divided it again so that you can understand it. तपाईको subordinating conjunction since थियो, okay? We wanted to have fun, the part that can stand alone, so independent clause तपाईको, and subject we, predicate, we went to San Juan yesterday. So in this case, जो तपाईको dependent clause थियो, okay? So, और सजिलो बनाउनको लागि I've explained it. Subject plus predicate, in this case, tapayko subordinating conjunctions even though plus another subject and predicate. So independent clause plus a dependent clause. Okay. Bob is popular even though he's ugly. So it's my independent dependent clause duita ko kura bhaira cha yahabata. Now you can see subordinating conjunctions ko examples dira cha. Okay, after, although, as, because, before, how. Now if you want to make a note of it, video ko pause garnu. अलिकति टाइमको लागि लेख्ने कि के subordinating conjunctions छ तपाईको हेल्पको लागि. Okay, so it'll be much more easier for you to understand this. Now in this case, a subordinating conjunction, you can see isma Bob is popular तपाईको independent clause छ is connected with subordinating conjunction यहाँबाट even though, or dependent clause थियो he is ugly. Okay, now I can use it in the beginning of a sentence as well. Even though Bob is ugly, he is popular. तपाईको dependent clause आयो पहिला, उसको पछि independent clause आउन सक्छ तपाईको complex structure मा. Now, compound plus complex sentence. Compound plus complex sentences मा तपाईको दुईटा independent clause हुन सक्छ या दुईटा dependent clause पनि हुन सक्छ यसमा. Okay, इसको बुझ्नको लागि this type of sentence has more than one part that can stand alone and at least one that cannot. Conjunction linked with different parts of the sentence. Now इसमा if you notice कि भनेको छ कि compound complex, तो यसमा तपाईको एउटा coordinating conjunction पनि आउँछ और तपाईको एउटा subordinating conjunction पनि आउँछ इस sentence मा. Now, look at this example as I've given. Yahabata I've used since we wanted to have fun. My girlfriend and I went to San Juan yesterday and we danced all night. Yo kura bujayeko chau. Now, part that can stand alone, tapaiko independent clause, subordinating conjunction since istemal gareko chau. My girlfriend and I, mero subject, यहाँ पनि subject we, went to San Juan yesterday. Coordinating conjunction इस्तेमाल गरेको छौ and we danced all night. तो यो दुईटा हाम्रो predicate हो. Now इसको अलि simple गर्नको लागि Mike is popular. Why is he popular? Dependent clause. He is good looking. Dependent clause आयो. But he is not very popular. तपाईको अर्को independent clause आयो. Now I want you to make a note of these, okay? This is a task for you. You can drop the answers down in the comment section to see how many you get right, how many you get wrong. So these are all mix of simple and compound sentences, complex sentences, and as well as compound complex. So you can see that I've given a list of them. Please drop down in the comment section what you think of the answers and what logic did you use to come to the conclusion of why is this the answer. Okay, now I'll show you the answers as well. The first was a simple sentence, second was a compound, third was a complex, fourth was a simple, and the fifth one was compound complex. Now, kina compound complex theo, it says Naoki passed the test. Now you can see तपाईको subordinating conjunction यहाँबाट इस्तेमाल गरेको छौ because he studied hard. So dependent clause पनि भयो. किन पास गर्यो? किन राम्रोसँग पढेको थियो. And in this case, coordinating conjunction and understood the material of the test. इसलिए यो complex compound complex structure भयो. Okay. Orko sample ma, you can see, I'll move aside so that you can take a screenshot of this and try to solve it and come to the conclusion kina yo orko type of sentences ho. So drop in the comment section ki isko answers ke tha, kun sentence kun type ko ho. Drop it over there. I'll look at the comments and I'll try reaching out to you personally as well. HOT answers pani rakhne hota. If you're looking for more topics, malai bhannos ma kasari topics create garna saksa. Ma usko hisab sa से तपाईको videos बनाउँछ है. Now you can see पहिला answer complex थियो, उसको पछि simple, compound or compound complex. Now guys, I hope you understood from this session कि they're not just three structures that other people are teaching you. चारवटा sentence types छ, simple, compound, complex and compound complex. So don't just go by numbers where people are taught what to say. Okay, I would tell you to please understand the content. So don't just go by word of mouth कि यहाँबाट ये सिखाइरहेको छ. But if you don't understand the concepts, there's no use of learning it. Concept पनि बुझ्नुपर्छ किन complex compound कसरी create गर्छ, कुन rules इस्तेमाल गर्न पर्छ, compound sentence मा के होला, complex sentence मा के छ, यो सबै concept एकदम राम्रोसँग सिक्ने हो. तपाईँ फेरि तपाईको answers राम्रो होला तपाईको writing section मा, speaking section मा. ठिक छ. I don't want to take names of consultancies, but you know who you are. ठिक छ. Please keep the students' future in mind. Don't teach them incorrect things. There are 4 structures, not just 3. So guys, orको content को लागि please subscribe गर्नु, like गर्नु, ठिक छ, visit पनि गर्नु. म जहिले पनि यता यो office मा, ठिक छ. म जहिले पनि तपाईको queries, doubts reply गर्छ. orको videos हेर्नको लागि please subscribe to our channel, ठिक छ. Take care guys, look after yourself. Bye bye.